Hello everyone, today we're gonna be looking at uh, Bodhi Linux. This Bodhi Linux been sitting in my virtual machine for I don't know how long, but I actually kind of forgot that when I put it on. But Bodhi Linux is really, in my opinion, it's a window manager. Just a window manager. Instead of the window manager, they have right click menu, to have a left click menu. So, but the menu is set up really similar to NTX. I assume they are related, and it also have a button here which is allow you to close things very fast, similar to what else? MX Linux. So you can tell that those ideas came from someone. But anyway, so left click menu, or menu like here. If you click, at least on the virtual machine, if I click the window button, the menu doesn't pop up. So it is mouse centric, so you have to have a mouse. So left click menu, you have favorite, applications, and system tools. And here where we can look at Bodhi. So let's first thing talk about, talk about if you want to install stuff. Of course you can install stuff through the terminal, and if you look at the menu, it doesn't have a search bar, so you really have to be familiarized with the menu. The menu is not Bodhi Linux have a lot of applications, not as much as NTX or MX Linux, but it have a lot of applications, so it come loaded. So you have preferences, you have firewall installed, games, I don't know, maybe I did install I can't remember. Graphics, you have GIMP, you have the full Office suite, your full LibreOffice, and you have your setting, you have memory usage and htop, Debian package installer. This is basically if you download a package that's Debian package installer will take over. CPU activity, so those are basically like htop but specific. So you see, it will just tell you the cores and tell you that give you the temperatures, which is cool, and give you here, it's not very clear, it's very dark, so but it'll give you usage, which is, I don't know, it's not very good, to be honest, because it's not very visual. But I wish it would show you percentages, but nope, it's not showing you any percentages, just colors like this. So anyway, useless app. Nevertheless, you have htop, so htop will do it. As I said, there is no search, so you have to be familiarized. So let's talk about, before we talk about that, let's talk about application, system tools. So if you can install things to the terminal, or you can install things to Bodhi App Center. I believe I clicked on it earlier. I believe it's just a web browser and it's useless. So it's basically a web browser and it's useless. Just have wikis. They should not name it. They name it App Center. That's not good. But anyway, so system tools, but they have Synaptic Package Manager, which is perfect. Synaptic Package Manager is very good. It doesn't look small. Those are really small. I couldn't configure the text, and I'm not gonna try to like spend half an hour try to figure out how to configure a text. But I was able to configure the mouse. The mouse was very small, and you click to setting. Maybe how did I figure the mouse up? Maybe panel. Nope, it wasn't here. So how did I figure it out? Setting, wallpaper, we'll come to that later. How did I figure out? Maybe here, tools. Nope. Reference. Nope. I bet it have to be settings. Look. Oh, here, look at font. You can change the font, but it doesn't show you the font size, small, normal. So you can choose a font, I guess, and I'm not gonna play with it now, but I guess so. That's how you change the font. Wallpaper. Yeah, see, you get a wallpaper, but just one paper. Let's look here. Apps, setting, screen, import. Oh, here we go. Here's the mouse. There's two mouses. One is the function of the mouse, and mouse and touchpad. This is how I was able to adjust the big. Okay, maybe I made it too big, but adjust the mouse cursor. So your main thing is your setting and setting panel here where you set things. Let me talk about the flow. You can't set things, since the menu is very simple. The good way you can set things to the favorite, so they are here in the menu, favorite. And I also discovered if you set things in the favorite, you click the right click and you show the favorites. So let's go to favorites, and I'm gonna add this to favorites. Apply. So now I right click, I have all the three things in my favorites. So that's cool. So that's really cool way, and you can also look them up in the favorites here. Without setting a favorite, your favorite applications won't show. So it won't show unless you have favorites in the menu. And the I bar, that's here. It's the same thing. Let's say I wanna remove this. And I say remove and apply, and it's gone. I wanna add solitaire. Click on it, add, apply, and close. Personal application, I wasn't able to set this one, so I looked it up before. I wasn't able to set this. So, but nevertheless, it gives you simple way to use your favorite application. One is here and one in the right click, or in the favorites. So it give you simple but good flow. What we talked about it doesn't have it doesn't have, I didn't see an updater, because you can update through the menu, through the terminal, sudo app update, sudo app upgrade. That's valid, very valid. But let's look, can we see updater? Application, because it's a good idea to have an updater, especially if you install this on for someone who is not familiarized with the whole thing. Advanced network, nope. So let's go here. Apps, start application, default application, doesn't have an updater, so that is, at least I can't find one. So, and if I can't find one and I'm familiarized with Linux, that show me it's no big deal. You can, anyone who know a little bit about Linux, but this is you can do unless this is the updater. Nope. Setting mode, nope. So there's no updater. Okay. This file manager, okay, this is just the file manager. Okay. But what else before? So no updater. We learn how to set the stuff in the bar, in the favorite, and right click. Let's talk about theming. We did talk about how to change the mouse cursor, and we kind of seen technically how it seemed like we seen how you change the I think we looked here up something how to change the font. So you can do font, let's say advanced. I don't know how to do this. Okay, I click on this, nothing happened. Oh, here, enable custom, you have to click on this little button, and I assume you have, I want a huge, I want a big, and apply. So yeah, I guess it did get bigger. Font get bigger. Let's what was the let's look here. It did get bigger. Let's go to Synaptic. I think so, yeah, they did get bigger. So okay, so we learn how to change the font, which is good. So what else we're gonna do before we call it a wrap? Let's do the theming. So we have just wallpaper. I keep doing the right click, left click, and we go to theming. The wallpaper, you just have one wallpaper per theme. But if you want to change the wallpaper, of course I can install wallpaper, download wallpaper, and I use the same theme. But if I can go here to theme, okay, let's go here, and now this is because it's suck now, because it's bigger, the huge so theme, so Moksha. Here we go. Now it look. Now I call this the makeup effect, where it's the same desktop but with a little bit of cool wallpaper. Look at the icons. They do this animation, the color, and that's why people think it's modern. But it is really a simple desktop. Let's go to theme again. Okay, now this it's okay. It's very cozy for sure. You know what? Should we stop at this theme? Let's stop the video on this theme. This look cool to me, and I think this desktop maybe not for a novice, but it is solid and it's easy to learn, you know. And too bad I couldn't see uh, they should have added an application updater, because this is something kind of important. But nevertheless, uh, it seemed to be solid. It's basically like, I assume it's based on NTX, or I mean, I know it's based on Debian, but it's probably like inspired by NTX, and have also the line of MX Linux. But it is definitely light, and it will, I assume it will make your very old computer look cool, especially to show how much the design play a role. Okay, that is it for me. You guys have a good day.